Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Isolation Mom Plans. My name is Nikki, and today I thought we could do a little flip through of my EDC, my everyday carry. So this is a Sterling Ink N2 Common Planner, which is the equivalent of the week size, I think is what they say. It is a tiny bit bigger than the Hobonichi Weeks. And definitely more paper. I have the full year here, which I think is like 520 pages altogether. And it is only end of March, and she is thick. And I've had to order a new cover because this Moterm Weeks cover is not going to do much longer. I can barely get it on the first snap, and it is squishing my book. So I have ordered a new N2 cover from Jenica Journals. I think I told you guys in one of my other videos. I do have another one from her. And I also ordered my mom one for her B6 Slim. She has great journal covers. You guys definitely need to check her out. But anyway, let's get into this flip through. This is the week's cover, like I said. It is the Veg Tan Dune, I believe. On the front, I just have an Ollie clip I got from Amazon. Inside here, I have, we'll start at the top. I have this little paper clip that my mom made me with this doily type material on it. This bow. And then I have a journaling card from the Rosy Life Planner from her March sub-kit. And it says, "This is your time." And I thought it was suitable for me because I am just starting out in the planner community. This is only my 4th video, and I do post on Instagram as well. So I'm really loving it and hoping to continue. Next, I just have this little otter with a hat. Anybody who knows me knows I love otters, and my son got me a pack of otter stickers for Christmas, and this was one of them. So it just reminds me of my son and otters, because I love otters. This little die cut was from Busy Bee Planners. Cherie is wonderful. She sent that in one of my orders. And then, of course, I have another otter sticker. I am a mom of 3, so this one kind of symbolizes me and my 3 kids. Love that. And then down here I have a picture of my 3 kids. It's my oldest, my middle, and my youngest. My babies, my beautiful babies. And then down here I have a little magnet pin from Planner Monkey Co. It says, "Oh, look at that, my last flying fuck." Can you swear on YouTube? I don't know. I've heard other people do it, so I'm assuming you can. And then in here, I just have, a paper clip that I got from the lovely Raylene over at Watercolor Sticker Plans. She always sends these. This one's from her as well. She always sends these in her little envelopes when you order from her. Love them. Snuck that in there because I might need it later on. I just have a Hobonichi stencil in here. I have some Planner Monkey Co. scripts, date dots, just stuff if I'm ever just with this book. I can do a little bit of planning on the go. So some Planner Monkey Co. ones. OPIG Mom. I think I got that as a freebie. Yeah, and this one. I think I got that in a Busy Bee. I think I got that in a Busy Bee planner order that I got. She had a bunch of little samples from other shops. And then the Pretty Pink Co. I got that with my last order, so just stuff that in there. And then I have beautiful Raylene over at Watercolor Sticker Plans. I have some freebies from her. Becky from Whoops, I Did It Again is one of her PR girls until April, I believe. So this was her, or is her freebie. So I got that. I always use her coupon code. And then this was just, I think, a February freebie. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was a February freebie. So I like to keep those in there just in case I need them for planning on the go. All right, here, like I said, watercolor sticker plans. This was just from a bunch of stickers I got off Amazon, just random stickers. And it says, all that glitters is not gold. And then this Don't Touch My Pen is from Busy Bee Planner. This I got from Home Hardware, I think. I found that when I was picking up a purse for my mom. I found it, so I liked it and bought it. It's just a die cut sticker. I haven't actually stuck it down. It's just kind of in here. And then this vellum is also from Busy Bee Planner. You need to check her out too. She is wonderful, sweetest lady. I would have to say, so far in this planning community, Raylene over at Watercolor Sticker Plans and Cherie with Busy Bee Planner have been the sweetest to me. So I am very happy with this community so far. I've been treated very well. So this is just, I ordered this off Amazon. It came with a cover that I thought was a standard TN size cover. It was not. It almost reminded me of like a B6 slim size. So I just stole that out of there because it fit in here nicely, just so I could have some little bits on the front. And then we have my planner. So this sticker is from Shein, I believe. Shein. I love this one. This is one of my favorite stickers. Well, apparently Rock Bottom has a basement. Love this sticker. I also got this from Shein. So I kind of ordered a bunch of bulk stickers from there, and that's what came in. Now, when I first started this planner, it was originally just supposed to be a health planner. So a little backstory on me. I was born with a disability called bilateral clubfoot. So I actually had severe bilateral clubfoot. So as a child, I had 18 corrective surgeries on both my feet. So I have developed a lot of severe arthritis, etc., in my feet. So as an adult, I am struggling with my feet. I still walk normal. I just have a lot of pain. And also, I had a back injury a few years back and ended up having to have back surgery. And I recently found out that I will be needing another back surgery. However, I have to wait because back in June, I had another foot surgery on my right foot. So I'm still healing from that. So that is kind of where this came in. I wanted to have a health planner. Also, trigger warning for anybody who struggles with weight loss. I am on a weight loss journey. I am also on a weight loss shot called Mounjaro. I've been on it since September 1st of last year. And as of today, I am 61.5 pounds down, which I'm very grateful for. I will say the shot does help, but it is not what you see on TV. It is not or what you might see in social media. It is not a miracle drug. You have to put in the work. You still have to do stuff. I decided to go on the shot because I needed a little bit of help, just because I cannot exercise as much as the average person due to my disability and my back injury. So I believe for me, the shot more just held me accountable. So I've found that very helpful. Anyway, so that's that. This was supposed to be my health planner. It started off that way, and then I enjoyed it so much, and I don't have a lot of, medical stuff to put in here. A couple times a month I have appointments, and it just seemed like a waste to have an entire book. Now that could change. I might want a book later on. I've actually thought about getting maybe a smaller, maybe just a Sterling Ink booklet, monthly booklet, to put my stuff in and just add it in here. But we'll see. Anyways, this has become my everyday carry. So, open it up. You have a picture of my man and my beautiful little baby when he was a baby. Take your meds, because like I said, this was supposed to be my health planner. Just some sticky notes I got from Planner Monkey Co. Vellum from a Sterling Ink subscription. Busy Bee Planner. Shein, I think. That came with a bunch of stickers. Here I just have paydays. Nothing exciting. And as I said, due to the fact that I was on, or am on, a weight loss journey, this was my 2024, and this was kind of supposed to be my 2025. Not that there is a significant weight difference in these two ladies. They're both, you know, skinny. That's not why I put them there. One just looked a little bit down. One looked a little happier. That's why I did it. And then I just have some stuff covered, private stuff. This is my Antiflow tracker. Not much to say about that. And again, because this was supposed to be my health tracker, I have this in here. I've just continued to use this as my pain tracker. I already had it in here, so I have this with me every day, so it's quick to just write down, you know. So that's what I use those for. And I did nothing in December because I didn't get this book until January. These are just some stickers I got from my mom. Sterling Ink scripts there. All that stuff there. Got a new phone. Oh, I forgot about that on the 31st. Was that the 31st of January? This is my February setup. Sterling Ink February sub kit. I use that for here. And then Sterling Ink March kit. Now, I will say, I've been using the Sterling Ink sub kits in here to set up my monthlies. However, don't shoot me, but I'm not really a fan of her April subscription kit. So I'll let you have a little look if you haven't seen it already or seen. I've used some of the stickers in my journaling just to kind of use them up. But I am not a fan. I'm not an Alice in Wonderland fan. I am not a Mushrooms fan. I'm not a red and black and white fan. A checkered fan. I don't know. I was not a big fan of this kit. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm not an Alice in Wonderland fan. But yeah, I mean, there's some of the, like, this sticker's all right. I don't mind this one. But yeah, not a huge fan of it, but I will most likely be using it as my setup because that's what I've been using in here. So just a quick note there. I'm not a fan of it, but I will be probably using it for my April setup. And then we get to the weeklies. So this, oh, I must have got this, and no, I back planned this. So my daughter turned 13 on the 30th of December. I'm so old. I do take my shots on Sundays, so you'll see these for a little while, and then I think I stopped printing them on my my little handheld printer. What is it called? Sprocket, I think. But yes, so I do take my shots. The Mounjaro, for those of you who don't know, is a once a week shot that you take, and I take mine on Sundays. Yeah, so and due to my surgery, my back and my foot, you're going to see a lot of physio because I go to physio twice a week. I do put those in here now because it just didn't make sense to have a separate one at the time, a separate book. So, so I was writing, kind of woke up with back pain, physio, just that kind of stuff. This kit is from Busy Bee Planner. This is just some stickers I got from Shein. When I started, I just ordered a bunch of stickers from Shein because I wasn't too well versed in the world of Etsy until my mom helped me. So yeah, so this is, I think Busy Bee Planner and Watercolor Sticker Plans were two of the first places I purchased stickers from. And I love them both. And I will continue to purchase from them. Another Busy Bee Planner kit. Physio. I started doing trackers here. My sad attempt at trackers. I am new to this, so I was just kind of testing out which trackers I liked. I've just got some private stuff covered up here. My daughter, oh yes, she had her ultrasound. Oh, that was a bad day. So my daughter hurt her knee when she was sledding, and it was shortly before Christmas that she hurt her knee sledding with her brother. And so I took her to the doctor because she was complaining about her knee pain. We went to the doctor. The doctor said she's probably just, irritated it, sprained it, gave her some anti-inflammatories and said just keep an eye on it. We ended up going back 3 weeks later to have her knee looked at. So she sent her for ultrasound as well as x-rays just to check on her knee. And at that time, she wrote a letter for the school saying that my daughter was not to do any gym until we figure out what's going on. Makes sense, right? So the day of her ultrasound, my daughter, she's had her ultrasound, we don't get any results here in Canada until you see your doctor. So we do her ultrasound. I'm driving her back to school and she says, Mom, where were you yesterday? And I was like, what do you mean, where was I? I was at home. That's where I always am. And she said, well, the school tried calling you and you didn't answer. And I was like, oh, excuse me, what? No, the school did not try calling me because I always have my phone on me and I will always answer for the school, obviously. And I said, no. And I looked at my phone. I double checked. I said, no, there is not one missed call from your school. And she says, well, I hurt my knee in gym yesterday and I had to go to the infirmary and put ice on it. And they said they tried calling you and you didn't answer. Oh, no. I saw red. No, nobody called me. And second of all, how did she hurt herself in gym if there's a doctor's note stating that she's not supposed to be doing gym? So yes, I was one pissed off mama. So instead of just dropping her off at school, I marched my sorry butt into the school and went right to the receptionist and asked them to explain to me, one, why I was not contacted. Actually, no, let's step back a bit. So I did say to them, do you have the proper number? Because sometimes the school, my daughter transferred from an elementary to a middle. I did, when she was in elementary, have a different phone number. So I thought, maybe they mixed them up, even though I'm certain I filled out the paperwork with my new number. And also, her father and I are separated. My two oldest are from a previous relationship. And her father wasn't called either. So I was like, no, if they couldn't get a hold of me, they should have called her dad, which they did not do. So I asked them, do you have the proper number? Why was I not called yesterday? And my daughter's saying that you did call me twice yesterday and I didn't answer. Well, that receptionist's face went beet red and she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Actually, I meant to call you, but I got busy and I forgot. I was like, you forgot? My child is sitting hurt in your infirmary and you forgot to call me? I was not a happy camper. I sent that principal a nice little email. But then I said to the receptionist, do you want to explain to me how my daughter hurt herself during gym when she's not supposed to be doing gym, and you have a letter on file stating that she's not to be doing gym? And let me tell you, her face went white as a ghost. But anyway, I ended up speaking to the principal. I was not a happy mama. Not a happy mama at all, because actually it turned out my daughter had fluid in her knee, and she ended up being off gym for another 6 weeks after that, till the fluid dissolved, I think is what they said. So she had irritated or pulled a muscle or something like that, and she had fluid in her knee. And her doing gym and falling and hurting her knee again could have played a big part in that. So I was not a happy camper. Anyway, carrying on. So yeah, this is just, this is beautiful watercolor sticker plans, stickers. It's one of the first kits I got from her. Beautiful. I love purple. So yeah. Another watercolor sticker plans. Washi tape is from Amazon. Yeah, so I kind of just, these are my weeklies. Another watercolor sticker plans. Can you tell there's a theme here? I love her stickers. I just love her stickers. They're thin, but they're so strong. They're not like washi. I think you guys call them transparent matte or premium matte. I don't know. I'm still learning. But anyway, I love her stickers. I just love the feel of them. I love the durability of them. They're just my kind of stickers. So, next, we have Graceful Muse. I bought an Oops bag from her as well as a couple other ones. And this came in the Oops bag. This is Pretty Pink. No, this is also Graceful Muse. This came in the Whoops bag too. So Graceful Muse. And some trackers. Watercolor sticker plans. I love this kit. I love the hummingbirds. It reminds me of my nan. My nan's house used to have like 50, oh maybe not 50, but she had a lot of hummingbird feeders and I loved watching them. So yeah, watercolor sticker plans. Oh my god. I turned 40. Oh, I never thought that day would come. Another watercolor sticker plans. This kit is beautiful. I just have to say it. This kit is beautiful. Oh, hold on. Let me pause this, my little one. I can hear him on the monitor. He does have a cold. He's coughing. Just let me check on him. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Poor little bubbies. He's got a cold. I said this in my last video. He got the cold that his big sister had. I love this kit anyway. I love it. It is so bright, so vibrant. I don't know if you can see it, if it's picking up on camera, but it is so bright, so vibrant. Beautiful. And then we have a Rosy Life planner. This is from her March sub kit. Just used some of the stickers from there. It's a beautiful kit. Like I said in my last video, it's going to be my last. April will be my last from her just due to shipping costs and stuff. Yeah. Anyway. And then again, watercolor sticker plans. I love this kit too. So pretty. And these are also from Watercolor Sticker Plans. I love these. I've just started using them. They're trackers. I did not lay these ones down very straight. I'll work on that next time. But yeah, and then the little scripts here. Garbage compost, also from her Physio. She is a love. I got her to make me some custom scripts for Physio. Because as you can see, my printing is not beautiful. So if I can get stickers printed off to say what I need to say and I don't have to print it out with my messy writing, I'm going to do that. And she so kindly helped me out and did me some custom scripts. So yeah, so that's this week. I don't have anything done for next week. Let's go on to the daily pages. So again, this was supposed to be a health planner. I practiced a little junk journaling, I think is what it's called on this page. Not the greatest, but I did my best. My mom's a big junk journaler. My mom's just very creative, and she did not pass that on to me because she's not very nice. Just kidding. So I started off with these, just kind of doing like daily to-dos, that kind of stuff. And now they're kind of just like daily highlights, to-dos. I just have fun with it. It's not pretty. It's not, I try to make it pretty, but I just kind of do my thing. I call my mom, ask about TN. My planner lineup has changed so many times since November when I started. I fell down a deep, deep rabbit hole on YouTube. So I have changed many, many times, and I'm sure I will continue to change. But in my defense, I have seen lots of videos where other people have done the same. So I'm not the only one. There's nothing wrong with me. Everybody in the planner community goes through some changes. So yeah, I just kind of use this as, you know, highlights of the day. Sometimes how I'm feeling. I try to do dinner, little dinner thing. And I also do a little tracker back here. I have a pop and a coffee addiction. I do get some anxiety on occasion just because of my medical issues. I developed it. Then I kind of just do this, but I do in one of my other planners now have some trackers from Watercolor Sticker Plans that kind of have most of these on here. I just have to add a few, and I'm going to start using those, I think, instead of doing this, but we'll see. February, just kind of more of the same. I just kind of have fun with it and, you know, practice my horrible printing with coloring and all that stuff. Stickers, I love stickers. Like I said, if I don't have to write and I can sticker stuff up, I will do that. Some days have more stuff on them than others. Sometimes I just kind of just do whatever. I just plop down stickers and see how it goes. This was a busy day. We are going on vacation this Friday, so I had to book a hotel that day. Got a new printer. Pretty sure there'll be another page on here. Yeah. So I bought that, my mom calls it the Shack printer, the Epson Eco Tank, whatever. Don't waste your money on the lower, I think, what, I didn't even get the low, oh, maybe I did. 2800 I think I got. It's terrible. You literally have to fiddle around with the printing settings for like your contrast, all that stuff, for them to turn out half decent. And it is slower than molasses. It prints, one print takes like 3 minutes to print. It's ridiculous. Don't waste your money. I would have returned it, but I already filled it and all that. It was just too much hassle. So it'll do for what I use it for, which is just my journaling and planning stuff. I like to print off stuff. So, then there's this. Me and my daughter's name is Lily. Her and I go and do a kind of a mother-daughter thing once a month. We get our nails done. We are in dire need, but we should have gone this weekend to get them filled, but we are going on vacation. So, and then just my youngest, his name is Rowan. So I just kind of write, I more write like things I want to do in the day. Oh, there's this awful page. 40. I was also born on International Women's Day, which I think is a very appropriate day for me to be born. Just saying. And then Rowan peed on the potty for the first time. He's 2. We're working on it. He was not a fan of the potty. He liked to look at it, and we got him a little potty that actually makes the flushing sound. And he he loved to play with it, but he did not want to sit on it. And then we got him sitting on it with his clothes on, which is, you know, what they say you should do, get them used to it so they're not afraid of it. So we were, you know, getting him used to it. He would sit on it with his clothes on, refused without his diaper. So we worked on it, and then finally one day he just decided to follow me into the bathroom, and he says, "Oh, my gotta pee, Mom, I gotta pee." So I took his pants off, put him on the toilet, and he went pee, and I was like, yay! But now we've hit a roadblock because now he's just like, not interested. I'll ask him numerous times a day, "Do you want to go potty, honey? Do you have to go potty?" And he goes, "No thanks." Just matter of fact, no thanks. And I don't want to force him because then I don't want him to, you know, hate the potty or see it as a negative thing. So we're working on that. Yeah, so this is kind of just what I do with my daily pages. Make videos. This was when I was thinking about doing my YouTube channel. Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, but, you know, actually doing it is a totally different story. Becky has a vlog. So I love, one of my favorite YouTubers is Whoops, I Did It Again Co. Becky. So she had a vlog, so I had to write that in there because I did spend some time sitting there watching it and drinking my coffee. Speaking of coffee, I need a sip of my coffee. But yeah, you'll see I have pickup kids here. I pick my kids up from school and I drop them off. However, because their father and I are separated on Tuesdays and Thursdays, my kids, their dad picks them up and they go for dinner with their dad and then they come home. But he is away, so I have them on the Tuesday. I have to pick them up on the Tuesday and Thursday. I typically don't need reminders to pick up my kids. I am, you know, a half decent mom. I do pick them up and take them to school. I don't forget about them. But just as a reminder, because I don't normally pick them up on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like I said last week, my daughter was homesick. I was so tired, I ordered out. I posted my first video and I deleted it. It was like 44 minutes long, so a bit long. This one's getting up to 31 minutes, but we'll be done here in a minute or two. So, posted 2 YouTube videos on the 21st. Spring clean. I've started spring cleaning my house because it's gross. And I have animals that come in and muddy up my place, so I have to clean. Date night, dyed my hair because, you know, I'm 40 now, so all my white hairs decided to shine on through. This was yesterday, yeah. So I filmed yesterday, filming again today, and this is today. I gotta finish my laundry. My kids are going for haircuts after school. All 3 of them need a haircut before we go. Well, my 2 boys need a haircut. My daughter's fine. She doesn't want to be left out, I think. So she wants a trim, she said. So taking them after school. My son's school, Cash Online. So I don't know, you know, how other people's schools work. But now, I know back in the day when I went to school, our parents used to have to send us cash for field trips and sign the form, cash. Now they do it all online. So my son has a field trip coming up in April. So I had to go online and pay for it and sign for it. So they no longer send any paper home. You can't send payment with your kids. No cash, checks, nothing like that. Which I think is kind of a good idea because I don't know about your kids, but if I sent my son, you know, $50 for a field trip, I would not trust that that would make it to the teacher's hands. He would end up losing it somewhere. Or forgetting it somewhere. So I actually don't mind that they do that. So, and that's it. I do have, I've cut this down from the Sterling Ink April subscription because as I had in the other ones, I like to have them here. So, excuse me. I'll be putting that in when April starts. Back of my book, I just have, again, this was supposed to be a health journal, so this is just my prescription. So, and then I just have some stickers back here, just again for doing it on the go. Hopefully I don't have to edit that out because I don't know how to edit. I'm still working on my editing, guys, so please be patient with me. I hope I'm getting a little bit better. I hope my videos sound okay, look okay so far, but I will work on editing and adding stuff. So I think I have taken up enough of your time today. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my little flip through. I hope to see you guys again. So thank you for stopping by and please come back. See you guys.